Bonjour, Kinamagi and Ireland Adishnikas, and welcome to our latest episode of our Week at a Glance videos, featuring week 21. As normal, we'll start in our Google Classroom on our stream page. This is accessible to students via their at psychchipschool.net emails. You can use Chromebooks, you can use any device that supports Google Classroom, including most cell phones. On this page, you can see contact information, the newsletter that I'll talk about, and in a few of the previous newsletters and Week at a Glance videos. I usually keep one or two there, and then I will get rid of the rest. Based on the weather forecast, as you can look in my bottom corner, it says 10 inches of snow tomorrow. Obviously, we don't know what tomorrow will bring as far as a snow day. It's very possible that this could be the end of the week, which if it is, it's the end of the quarter. Or we might be here tomorrow. When you want to find out, this is the page to go. The live feed here, you could see from Tuesday evening where we canceled on Wednesday. The slide feed is very useful at sagchipschool.net. There is, if you go down here, an app, and you can get push notifications, and it goes right to your phone. 9 and 10 News also has push notifications, but this is going to come here first. And there may be some others, and I don't endorse any particular news site over another. I just want to make sure you don't show up to school if there is none, or if there's a delay. So let's move into our newsletter. Our Friday, which was originally scheduled for tomorrow, and this is not related to the weather, has been moved to next Friday, and probably the Friday after that. We'll be going over to 7th Gen to work on some cultural projects. Some other school notes, no matter what happens tomorrow, it is a longer weekend. There's no school on Monday in recognition of the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. So we'll resume school on Tuesday. We'll do that and then have a half day on Wednesday. For staff PD, classes will dismiss at noon and lunch will be served. If you normally have your student ride the bus to the gym after school, they should be picked up at SCA at noon. Next week, we'll also move into our NWEA testing. We've completed the spelling inventory and the DIBELS as of an hour ago. And the NWEA is the 2 computer-based ones, still measuring growth and also areas that we can work with our students to help get them ready for middle school. We're tentatively looking at Thursday and Friday for our testing. Make sure students get a good night's rest, eat a healthy breakfast. We serve breakfast here so they can be here. It's always a good idea for them to get a good night's rest, even if there isn't testing. Just a reminder on clothing. It's now cold. A lot of students wanting to call home because they play in the snow. I advise that we have appropriate footwear, maybe boots, winter coat. Some students prefer snow pants. That's up to you and them. Hats and gloves. But I also kind of encourage you to have a change of dry clothing, some dry socks, dry shirt, dry pants, maybe a pair of sweatpants, something that they can easily change into. That will make it a little easier on you because they won't be calling to bug you for those items. Also, if your student gets bored on these long weekends or any other day, we recommend students read for 20 minutes each day, including on weekends. Students are encouraged to access the online content we use at school and build upon their skills. The 20 minutes a day has been well documented to be beneficial to their academic success. On the back side, you'll see what we're working on in our different classes and some language for next week. Our learning plan, you can see no school on Monday, half day with PD, some testing, some Friday. So going to be a little bit of fits and starts in the academic end next week, but we're going to watch the I Have a Dream speech. Possibly can move that to tomorrow if I can. Hopefully, knock on wood, that will be here. But we'll see how that all plays out. We want to make sure student safety is the priority. You can see the things that we'll be working on in all of our classes. We're doing pretty well on the Spaceship Earth. We're moving into, further into colonialism and the English colonies in what is now the United States. We're gonna do some review coming up in the math review and enrichment and take our quarterly quiz to see where your student is at in the third quarter and where we are going. This week marks the end of the second quarter. There is no scheduled conferences after the second quarter. However, any of you that want to have a conference, we will find time to make that work for you. Just reach out to me via email and let me know availability. Obviously, it'll be probably another week before you get the report card. I'll send home that in the newsletter once I know the date, or at the very least, an email saying report cards are being mailed, whatever day that may be. There'll be some times I may request a conference, but by all means, if you would like to come in and talk with either one-on-one with me or include the student, which I always encourage, we can make that happen. We're here for you. I look forward to the growth that we'll make in the third quarter. It's kind of our stretch run almost. Fourth quarter has all kinds of testing and fits and starts as well. Plenty of field trips in there. So we really want to make sure this quarter coming up is the big one, leading into spring break at the end of March. So students are feeling pretty comfortable as far as being ready for middle school. If you have any questions, reach out to me at mireland@sagchip.org. Keep in mind that account or the sagchipschool.net account that I have isn't the first and best way to get your closings. I will try to send an email out, but the tribal school one at sagchipschool.net, that's going to be the better source of information as far as when there's a cancellation or a delay. It'll get to you quicker. No matter what, the storm sounds like it's going to be a doozy, so make sure you're being safe, and I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Hopefully, the weather isn't too dramatic. I'd like to tell you that this is not pleasant in the background, but nobody's buying that. Have a minute, Gijigad. Meanwhile, Bama P.